Hello everybody, welcome along to another video as we're here live at Zandvoort in the, what is it again? Monday Mazda MX-5, the fixed series, the league that we're in. This is rounds 5 and 6 after we had rounds 1 and 2 at Owen Park, 3 and 4 at Lime Rock with mixed success. But hey, we're here at Zandvoort and I've never driven this layout before, so it's been a bit of a surprise. I've jumped into the session that started a little while ago, done a few laps. But this is the national layout of Zandvoort, so just kind of getting my head around it. While I'm here, I'm going to just quickly get up the YouTube chat in this area here. So you're used to seeing it there, aren't you? Let's get that up there because that's now live. So if we find that, hopefully you'll see your comments pop up. If you leave any comments, if you're watching live, please do leave a comment, like the stream, all that kind of stuff. If you're watching it back during the week, feel free to leave a comment. Hopefully everything's in sync and everything's in time and that kind of thing. And we're going to head out for a few more laps to try and get a bit more practice in. So I'm just going to switch scenes for you guys. Here to the more familiar thing. I'm going to head out. Some familiar faces in here for a lot of people who follow YouTubers. Because we have, currently on the leaderboard, as well as me, we have David Clasper, Tynehawk of course. And Andy Breeden, who's White Dragon Racing. And then we also have Jack Veazey, who's leading this championship, is a 6.2k driver. But yeah, we better head out because we're going to have qualifying in about 13 minutes. So I'll try and keep an eye on your chat while we do that. In fact, I'm going to warm up my iPad here because that's how I do it. I'm not flash enough to have 4 screens. I've got my triples, of course, which I use for the sim. But if I want to see what's going on in the world, I have to use an iPad. So I'll get that up there now so that if you guys leave a comment, I will do my best to answer you if I turn that volume down. Yeah, but it may take until a straight before I actually notice your comment. I'll do my best to answer it. But let's head out, get a little bit more practice in, because these cars are tricky to handle at the best of times. This is the fixed setup race. We're using the baseline setup. And my initial couple of laps are between David and Andy, which is probably where I'm going to end up in the race as well. But hey, let's try and do our best anyway. So, put this engine on. We'll head out. Like I say, we've got 12 minutes until the race, until the qualifying.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the line.
Oh, and I've got a black flag because, of course, I forgot to put my pit lane speed limiter on, didn't I? We'll try that again. Hello, Doug. How you doing, mate? Are you racing tonight, mate? Doug often races the same night as we do these MX-5 races. Dan Merchant's just connected, which is good to see. So Dan, anyone who's joined me in my previous live stream, which was Saturday, of course, I was with Dan at Long Beach in a BMW GT3 car for a 4-hour race. Although 2 hours of that, literally 2 hours of that, were behind a safety car. The safety car, it turns out, did 62 laps of about 2 minutes each. So the safety car was out for 2 hours. So that 4-hour race ended up being a lot shorter than that, really, in real terms. But this is the national layer of this circuit. So as you see, I've just taken a shortcut there. And it's taken me all the way over to hit this last part of the circuit with this chicane. So we're just finding our way around. Take a few laps for the tyres to warm up, of course. Go out just ahead of Jack, so if he's on a hot one, we don't want to get in his way, but if he's 6 seconds behind, maybe we'll be able to keep in front of him. We'll see. Still, get well soon, buddy. It'll be good to see you back on the rig. A lot of it going around, mate. Bit of understeer there. Whoa, oh. And we are about to ruin Jack's lap, so I'll pull over. Let him past. And we'll try again. Track temperature 66. Quite a cool track. So should have a fairly good lap time possible in this race. So Jack and David are both in the 19s already, but me and Andy are in the low 20s. So we're a bit off the pace. But hey, we will do what we can. But with a new layout of a track like this, without much practice, it takes a while to get accustomed to it, doesn't it? My excuse. Breaking out your braking points. But if you haven't been to one of these live streams before with the Monday MX-5 fix, it's a free series run by Verano Motorsport. And there are prizes on offer in 2 different categories. There's the professional category, the pro category, and the amateur. I'm technically part of the pros, even though I'm quite low rated compared to all the others.
119.56.
But I fall just above the threshold to be considered an amateur. But we're all racing on track at the same time anyway. So whether you join as professional or an amateur, you'll be on grid, we'll be racing each other. We're about halfway through the season now, but there's still time to join, just for a bit of fun. Because everyone loves these MX-5s, don't they?
Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace.
Alright, I managed to find the apex a bit better that time, but the tyres are only 1.5 laps old coming out the pits, so they're not fully up to temperature yet. Not going to push my luck with the braking. Now you'll see a delta there, showing all-time best lap, but that is this session. This is my first ever session driving this car at this track, in this layout that is. I'll try and push a bit harder on this lap now. Bit of a dummy qualifying run. Jack's just done a 19.6.
You're currently 1.3 off the pace. You're 0.2 off the pace in sector 3.
A weird old corner there where you don't trouble the apex because the grip is at the top of the banked corner. Looks like Jack's made a mistake there because we're caught right up to him. Right, we're in his toe, so this might be slightly not reflective of a qualifying lap where we probably won't have a toe off anybody. Nonetheless, we'll the racer in me wants to stick in his toe. We can do this as a bit of a dummy run into turn 1.
That's your quickest lap in this session. That puts you 0.23.
He's let me go there.
Sector 3 times okay.
So we're into the 19s anyway there. Try and get on the power slightly earlier than you want to there. Jack's managed to catch me a little bit.
You're 0.2 off the pace in sector 1.
Almost come to a complete stop at that corner there. We'll let him go this time.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
Try and get a good run out of here without a toe on the next lap and see what we are likely to achieve without a toe.
P3.
Gonna be close though. The time's already looking like they're gonna be close, don't they? Oh, it was off track. Hello Dan, how you doing, mate?
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
I think I need to brake a little earlier into that hairpin and try to carry a little bit more momentum around it, because I think coming to a dead stop like that isn't really helping. But this isn't a clean lap anyway. Obviously we had the off track in the first sector.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
But without the toe, we're not far off what we managed with the toe. That's good to know. A couple more minutes before qualifying, so I might as well put a couple more laps in. Get a feel for the car.
Just done 119.14. You're now 0.8 off the leader's pace. You need to find a 10th in sector 3.
I'll see if I can find it for you, Jimbo. Yeah, it's a weird one, Dan. Especially this corner that we're about to come up to. This left-hander here, because you want to be right up here. This is where the banking is its highest, so you don't trouble the apex, but you get a bit of a slingshot there, like the F1 cars do.
Sector 1 is 0.28 off the pace.
Yeah, I carried a bit more speed around there that time. It felt a bit better, but hasn't really gained me any time, has it? Jack's pulling over. Cheers, mate. Is the race still going ahead? Yes, it is, Jack. What is that? Is he concerned because there's only 4 of us in this session?
That puts you 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Where is everybody? This is quite strange. The session is live. I'll just pull over and have a look, see where everybody is. Maybe a lot of people couldn't make it tonight. Bit of a weird one. If only 4 people are here, it's quite unusual, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just going to drop Kevin, who's the administrator for the thing. But yeah, so there's going to be a 15-minute qualifying session in a minute's time. But if there's only 4 of us here, it's not going to be much action on track, is there? We'll do the best that we can. Maybe people are just late getting off work or something like that. But anyway, yes, a few more seconds to go before qualifying. So there'll be a 15-minute qualifying session. So do as many laps as you can in that time. I think we'll all just head out and burn fuel and just, you know, get the tyres up and just keep going around to see where we end up qualifying. But yeah, it's quite a small group here. I'm not sure why. I'm going to go into... There's a Discord channel.
That's the end of the session, P3.
End of the session. So we'll go and qualify. I've just seen a little bit of chat on there as we're reminding people to make sure they don't miss don't miss qualifying. But we'll head out. We'll look after ourselves, and yeah, we'll head out. But before we do that, I'm going to see if I can. As Kevin's not about, Kevin's normally the administrator. I might have to talk on behalf of him in terms of race direction. but I'm not sure. I'll head out. I'll head out. This is a bit strange. If there's only 4 of us here, 5 of us here, looks like Dan Merchant's here. People are joining. They're just being a bit slow about it. Let's look at the radio. See if I can talk on the radio. Transmitter to all teams and race control. Yeah, that's right, Tynork. We'll definitely be fighting for a podium here, won't we? Andy Breeden and Dan Merchant might have something to say about it. But Andy Breeden, White Dragon Racing, is the lowest rated driver here at 1.5k. So it's a huge strength of field of 2.8k so far. But yeah, nonetheless, we'll head out. We'll do qualifying and see if people do manage to turn up. There are 2 races tonight. So yeah, we'll see where we end up and see how many people do turn up.
Pit exit's clear. Push. We've got 50 laps. Let's get this done.
50 laps, of course. We haven't got 50 laps. We've got 15 minutes. So yeah, we'll get the tyres up to temperature over these first couple of laps. Whoa! Cold tyres, Mazda MX-5, gotta love it, haven't you? Weird old corner that. It doesn't sit right. It's against everything you kind of train yourself to know when you're a racer, isn't it? To just completely miss the apex. So Dan hasn't come out of the pits yet. Hopefully he is going to do so. Otherwise there's only be 4 of us on the grid, which would be a huge disappointment. When there's quite a lot of people signed up to this championship. I don't think there's been any technical issues. We'll see how it goes. So that's the end of the outlap. Now we have gone green, but I'm not too worried about this next lap. Just treat it as a banker, because the tyres still won't be up to temperature. Just sense there that the front of the car just didn't have the grip that I want because that tyre temperature wasn't there.
The leader has just done a 121.54.
And he's the first one to set a lap.
120.77.
And then Tynork's just popped in a 20.7. We had some great races at the last round in Lime Rock.
Sector 2's 2/10 off the pace.
Real good fighting, so I hope a lot of people do turn up. Oh, why am I so slow all of a sudden? I know the tyres are cold, but that doesn't excuse nearly 2 seconds a lap off the pace. Right, we'll push a bit harder then. We'll start building it up.
P3. Sector 3's a 10th off the pace.
Run a bit deep into turn 1 there.
The leader has just done a 120.53. Sector 1 time's okay.
Going for another gear there, and there wasn't one. I was already down at first. You take the Bluetooth line. What's that? The bottom line. All right. I got you. Sorry. Definitely feels more natural to go down, but I think, yeah, it is quicker to stay up.
Time is good.
Right, temperatures in the tyres should be a lot closer to where they Should be now,
Just
so
done a 120.20.
let's see if we can get close to a 120 now. So the quickest guy at the moment, Jack Veazey, 120.198. We're just beating that by a 100th.
Pole position. Sector 3 time is fast.
But we'll definitely be expecting qualifying times into the 19 soon. Leaning around the corners as always.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Hello Kitty, how you doing, mate? It seems there's only 4 people on track at the moment putting in qualifying times. We're hoping some more people join us for the race. But we'll make the best of it no matter what.
You're a 10th off the pace in Sector 2.
Oh, lost a little bit of time there. Yeah, it seems strange that a lot of drivers have decided not to... I mean, this is the only round of the championship which uses a paid-for track. So maybe people were only keen to take part in the ones that were on free tracks, I don't know.
Sector 3 time is quick.
Right, I'm the first person into the 19s anyway. Ooh. A bit slower on this lap, aren't I? But yeah, it's a confusing one. We'll try and pick up championship points, of course. As many as we can. So, I think Andy's in the amateur category. And the other 3 of us are in the pro category. Right, let's get a good run out of here. And I was left of the session. Still 6.5 minutes left of this session, so hopefully we haven't taken too much out of the tyres. If so, we'll have to go in the pits and come out again, but tyres do last okay in these cars.
Sector 3 time is quick.
Bit slow around there, but we can perhaps try and make up that 10th somewhere else.
Sector 1 is quick.
Thank you. Risking it a bit there with the inside curb, but I've got to try something. You're not going to improve by doing the same thing all the time, are you?
Just done it. 119.
Oh, someone's gone quicker. Is that Jack? Hey, Jack's super quick. He's 6.2k driver. This lap won't be quicker than he's just gone. So that's a 119.7. We're a 10th off him.
P2, that's your best lap in this session. You're now 0.12 off the leader's pace. You've just done a 119.74.
Oh, a bit slow there.
You're 0.2 off the pace in Sector 1.
You're not wrong, Jim. 4 minutes to go.
Sector 2 is 0.42 off the pace. The leader has just done 119.52.
I don't think we're going to go any quicker. Obviously not on this lap, but... yeah, so Jack's found another 10th from somewhere.
You're a 10th off the pace in Sector 3.
Right, that's a better turn 1. That was better. That was better. No, pushing too hard.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
Yeah, we'll pull into the pits. I don't think we're going to go any quicker. I think the best of the tyres has been taken out of us there. We've got 3 minutes to go. But I'm going to give the Discord another prod and see if there's anyone about. Let's see. Let's see. In the old general chat.
The leader's just done a 119.28.
It looks like Daniel's unable to make it as well. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. So, qualifying, it looks like we're going to be, hopefully, well, we're going to be in the top 4. That's for sure. We're currently running P2. Just type in a couple of quick messages on it. Right. For some reason, I'm still running quite low frames per second. Do you remember? You guys may have watched the race on Saturday. Around Long Beach, and my frames per second were really, really low. I haven't changed anything in my graphics settings or anything like that, so it's a bit of a weird one now. But hopefully it's not affecting what you guys see at home. But hey, you can see at the top of the screen there, whilst I've got a moment, you can see your chat coming in here. So thanks to everyone who's leaving a bit of chat. Eagle-eyed among you will see that although I've got the pedal cam as normal, my shoes have changed colour. I've bought a second pair because I've been wearing those other ones for so long that they're starting to get a bit worn out and I don't want to wear them out completely. So I'm breaking these ones in. They feel a bit weird, but they are the same make, model, etc. as the other ones. And of course, you can see, I know it's not very good with my my Chase HQ, but all of you retro gamers out there, my Chase HQ t-shirt, you might not see it very well, but there we go. We have got the heart rate monitor just there as well, which is attached to, a lot of people ask me about this. So this is attached to, thanks Doug, thanks for letting me know, my Garmin. So I have a Garmin Phoenix watch. If I try and get this at a good angle for you guys, you can see obviously there it's got my heart rate. And then that transmits to the internet. And then I can basically use that as an overlay on my OBS. So if you guys want to have your own heart rate on your streams or your videos and wonder how I do it, literally an app called Hype Rate, HYPERATE. Sign up to that, get it on your smartwatch, whatever smartwatch you use, whether it's a fitness watch or smartphone type watch. And yeah, there we go. You can then broadcast it. So we've got 1 minute 50 to get onto screen to the grid. I'll see if I can broadcast over radio. Kev said I should be able to do it as the race director, so we'll try that. Hi everyone, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Remember, the starting procedure for this series is to go on green. So we will go on the green light. Thank you. So hopefully they heard that. I'm not sure. We'll start our car. But yeah, it looks like there's only going to be 4 of us on the grid. Wow. If we don't get more people before the next race, then we might just do this first race and then go do some investigation, because I'm guessing there's some sort of technical issue or something, so it'd perhaps be unfair for me to nick points off people. But we'll deal with that when it comes. For the time being, we're going to do a lap behind the safety car, and then we're going to have a nice battle with familiar names.
65
Like I say, David Clusper and Tynehawk, and of course Jack Veazey, who's the 6.2k driver and the leader of this championship so far. He must be rubbing his hands with joy at the moment, and the fact that he's almost he's guaranteed the top 4. And I'll do what I can to stop him winning this race. Weirdly, now that we're driving around and there's stuff happening, my frames has gone up. But you'll see in my mirrors there, familiar colour scheme of Tynehawk in the blue and red. And right behind me, in the Verano Academy colours, is Andy Breeden from White Dragon Racing. Trying to get some heat into these tyres, so we don't get ambushed too bad on the start. I've got to make sure I'm just behind Jack. Not behind his whole car, but I've got to make sure that the front of my car is behind the front of his car. So when it goes green, I haven't jumped the start. Thanks, Kitty. Thanks for the good luck message. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame people haven't turned up. Ooh. And he's getting right on my bumper there. But hey, we're racers, aren't we? We'll do this race. So Jack's now starting to drop back a bit. Give me plenty of room on the inside here, so that's good. But remember, we're going on green, so we're not too worried about what the other drivers are doing. We're just making sure we stay a few inches, as few inches as possible behind Jack. And then we go as soon as we see the green light. It'll be a first gear start, I should think. But is oh, Andy, Andy's blinking. Is all Tynehawk gonna send it into turn 1 down the inside? Right, going on green, so I am staying behind.
Okay, mate, get ready. Let's go.
We've got an okay start. We've got an okay start. We're going to get hung out to dry. Unless we can use the banking of this corner to go right round the outside. No. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Consolidated P2 at the moment then. And let's see if we can put some pressure on Jack on the cold tyres. Tynehawk had a bit of a look there, but sent him down the inside where the banking isn't as strong. Alright, let's try and stay in Jack's toe now. Unwinding the steering wheel as we put the power down. Trying to carry plenty of speed there. I'm not going to risk first gear here on this first lap. Oh, look, I'm running wide. I'm running wide. I'm going to have to go defensive here from David. The amount of battles David and I have had over the last few months has been brilliant, hasn't it? Jack's got away already, though. Cheers, Doug. Right, is he going to send it? We're going to have to keep an eye on our mirrors here to see if David has to go down the inside. Let's not miss our gear. Oh, it's a bit late with my move there. Sorry, David. Sorry. I wanted to make sure I got it done before the braking zone. Right, we're going to have a race-long battle now, aren't we? As Jack runs and hides. Oh, run a bit wide there. Oh, he's bumped me. I've got a 4X for that. I dropped him back behind Andy. I think Tynox jinxed it by saying he was almost guaranteed a podium because of the low turnout, and he's running P4 now. Alright, eyes forward. We'll let Andy behind deal with David Clasper now, and we'll see if we can eke into Jack's lead here. So he was quickest in qualifying. But if he makes a mistake, we'll be right there. Doug, ruthless there. Bit slow there. You got to stay high. It seems so counterintuitive, but the quickest way is to just stay high. Now, if you guys fancy a championship like this, you can join this one. It's free to join. I say a lot of people have joined it, but then not turned up. So you could have been on the grid with us guys here, scooping up a lot of championship points in this race. Oh, looks like Andy's made a little bit of a mistake because he's dropped back a bit there. Oh, I've made a mistake there. Late apex though. We'll be alright. Yeah, Jack. Oh, he's so good in the MX-5. He drives this all the time. And I think this week, the advanced Mazdas have been here at Zandvoort. And I imagine he's done quite a lot of races. I think that's on the full course though.
Just done a 119.82. That's the fastest lap.
It's not the fastest lap, is it, Jim? We have this discussion a lot, don't we? That was my fastest lap, sure.
The gap in front is
oh, have you, Doug?
about 4.2.
Oh, you could have been. You could have been. I see what you mean. What, in the Ferrari? Don't worry about that Ferrari, Doug. Come race with us in the MX-5s.
B2.
Now, who had any prizes for... Well, who had any guesses that Damien was going to be running P2 in this race? Let me know. Let me know in the comments.
The leader has just done a 119.09.
Wow, very quick.
That was a
Low 19.
120.36.
Oh, yeah, it's blocked up. Right, let's try a really high line this time. That feels weird, but look at the delta.
Your refuel window will open on lap 31. It'll end on lap 40.
I don't think we're doing that many laps, mate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Made a mistake.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tight.
Whoa, that's brought the guys behind it to play. Just as I nail turn 3. That then happens. That made things interesting, didn't it? Yeah, it's a different sort of line. The wide line doesn't necessarily work in that corner, does it? Right, here we go. So Andy's now in our tow. Just because I didn't want to run P2, innit? I'm bored of P2. I can't get P1. Might as well drop back. Oh, we'll try that again. Whoa, that high line is so good. I've got to remember to brake earlier because I think I'm just carrying more speed. Managed to get it stopped that time, even though I didn't really trouble the apex. Bit cautious around there. Lost that time on the Delta. Looks like there's a great battle going on behind between Tynhawk and White Dragon, though. Two tenths between them. Right, let's look forward. Not miss our braking points. Right, looks like Tynhawk is the person behind us now. Bit closer to a conventional apex there, but Tynhawk's still reeling me in. .3, 1.4 the gap. He's just out of my toe. I need to keep him there, otherwise he's going to be right on me. If he gets a whiff of that toe. Right, so hopefully this is going to be close to a 119.6 now. 119.608. Okay, we're getting there.
Behind's increased to 1.6. Your lap times are improving.
Right, lap times are improving. Gap behind 1.5. We'll try and keep it there. Up to 4th this time. I felt a bit better. I think we are slightly up on our previous lap. We've eked a couple of attempts out on Tynhawk there. Not get greedy around here. Whew. 4 minutes to go in this race. Quite a short race. In the next one, it's a longer race, but the positions for the top 10, which of course will be all of us, will be reversed.
That lap was at 119.78.
So I won't have the privilege of starting P2 and trying to just maintain P2. I'll have my work cut out. Right, the gap's over 2 seconds. I think I've started to nail that section of the course now. Well, I say nail. Compared to Jack Veazey, of course, we are slow. We'll just clip the grass there. Could have gone slightly quicker around that corner if I hadn't clipped the grass. That means this might not be as fast as the previous lap. Yeah, 1:19.7. Managing to maintain that gap to David behind at just over 2 seconds. Slowed down a bit too much for that corner, but I think David's made a mistake. He's over 3 seconds behind now. A little bit more breathing room. Very welcome. .9. Just trying to hold this P2. It's still a very physical race in the MX-5s. I can feel myself starting to sweat more and more. I can see my heart rate's well over 100. I remember if you've checked out the community race I did with La Broca and LDFR community.
Sector 1 is 0.
At one point, my heart rate was down to about 45, something like that.
You need to find a 10th in Sector 3.
Right, still 3 seconds behind. Oh, the tyres are starting to go a little. Yeah, he's scooped a couple of tenths off me there because I think I just took the wrong line. Oh, I need to brake a bit earlier now. His tyres are getting a bit older. Otherwise, he's going to be reeling me in. Might be white flag this lap. As we cross the start-finish line. We're 2.6 seconds ahead of David Clasper. And that might well be enough for us to hold on to P2. Right, where's this white flag? There it is, white flag, white flag. So 2.6 the gap. If I don't mess up, then we're going to do okay here.
Okay, Damo, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. The gap behind is now 2.5 seconds.
2.5. Oh. That felt good. Ah, I've run wide. Took my eye off the ball for a second. This is the last lap. We don't want to mess it up now. Just bringing it home. There we go. 2 corners to go. 1 braking zone. That's that out of the way on the throttle. Pinned to the floor for the rest of this lap. As we go home as the bridesmaid to Jack Veazey the bride. Well done, Jack. Fantastic pace from Jack. Didn't have anything to answer in there. Whew. Being kept honest by Tynawk though.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
We'll bring it back round. And normally what we do at this point is have a look at everyone's incidents, but I don't think there really were any incidents in that one. Oh.
Checkered flags out. P4.
So Daniel is classified as P5, but I'm not sure he'll get the championship points for that, just by the nature of not taking part in the race. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. Whew. We skip to the start of the race again. And we'll see if there were any... I'll put focus on crashes. and see what it comes up with while I quickly drop a message to the team in the background here. Go. But good to get into the deep into the 19s there. I think I really started to figure out that that corner. We're going around there now on screen. I managed to get that now. Jack was just so good everywhere there, wasn't he? He really was just so good. But hey, we've got a few more minutes while we wait. So I'm just kind of sorry to turn away from the camera there, guys. So in this next race, we're going to be on the back row. So we're going to have David Clasper and Andy Breeden in front of us, and we'll see how we do there. Now, even though Kevin's not here, I have got control of the race control voice channel, but I haven't got control of the admin rights to be able to skip straight to the feature. So there is a 10-minute warm-up now. Ideal for you guys if you need to go to for a toilet break or anything like that. I'm all right, so I'm going to stick with it. But yeah, if you guys want to sign up to this, I'm sure that next race will have a lot more people. The thing is, there's 10 rounds in the championship. We do 2 rounds per evening. And in the championship rules, you can drop 2 rounds. So it seems that it's very likely that a lot of people decided Zandvoort was the one that they were going to drop. It's not that's when Ty not bumped into me. I'll have a look at that. It's not a combination you see very often in the MX-5s. So perhaps people felt a bit less sure about it. Let's have a look on board. I think it was just an innocent bump into the back of me from David, and he just stopped. Oh, bump. Oh. Andy's, let's have a look from Andy's point of view, shall we? Let's have a look, see what he saw. So Andy was actually a good second back at this point, look. So he's probably saying, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. And there was the bump. Oh, and he chose the right way to go there because he could quite easily have clipped Tynock. Got through. Now, later on, Andy then got overtaken, didn't he? So how did that happen? Let's fast forward this. How did Andy let Tynock catch him? We know Andy's super solid as a driver. I think he's been in this MX-5 doing the advanced Zandvoort this week. I think just had David Clasper just chipping away at him there. Getting closer and closer. Oh, there's another incident there. So I think David, again, got wrong-footed, didn't he? Let's have a look on board with him. Cockpit. So on board here with Tynock. Oh, similar thing. He cut to a ball as I did it as well. That's where I ran wide. And then he hits the limiter there. Got a little bit of front end damage, but he was still quick enough to catch us, wasn't he? So where did the overtake actually happen? Yeah, Andy's blinking a little bit there. Both in my toe at this point. But I think through that corner, I managed to nail that a couple of times, didn't I? Or was this a send hit? No. What about the exit hit? Very close. This has got to be a toe down the straight. Let's have a look on board. Oh, wrong way. And I was looking at David. Let's have a look on board. Is this where he got him? Now, is Andy going to defend, or is he just going to stick to his line? Up into 5th. Yeah, looks like a fairly clean overtake after all. Oh, nice send down the inside. Get it stopped, get it stopped. Oh, Right, let's watch that on board Andy this time. What did he see? We can't see his mirrors, of course, because it's a replay. Dead straight on the run down here at turn 1. And as Kitty points out, he's just getting the pole for the reverse grid. So Andy's going to be on pole. And we'll do that race. It's only about 5 minutes till we do that race. It's not long to wait, is it? And then we're all going to be all over him, aren't we? I see he's taking a low line there, which feels like what you should do. But then David just rockets away. Yeah, there's only 3.5 minutes to go until we get to the next race. So that's good to know. Get these gloves back on. One good thing is that although there's not many people that have turned up to this race, the 3 of us, me, Andy and David, are so close really. Means we can have a really good fight. A really good battle. I know Andy likes driving this MX-5. He was driving it at the Nordschleife recently as well. Set a stunning lap time. That I'd like to have a go at seeing if I can match or even beat at some point. And then David, David's iRating for David Clasper at the moment is 2.999. So he's shown us a 2.9k driver. It is a 3k driver. Great to see you comment at the top there, White Dragon. Yeah, it's good. You're going to have pole for this next one. I don't think any more people are joining, which is a shame. But hey, it's easy points on the board. Because this is a championship, you know. So, yeah, and he's just slight blinking. There's not a lot you can do, is it, when you're blinking? Let's have a look at the ping. Yeah, the ping looks alright. Quality looks alright. So I don't know why. Maybe it's my end. Maybe it seemed to only be Andy's car that was blinking. But yeah, I'm not sure. But hey, we'll go live. I don't think there's anyone actually out on track at the moment. No, I don't think there's anyone actually out on track at the moment. We're just waiting for the warm-up. Right, okay, so Andy's obviously, yeah. Bandwidth is being pushed, maybe causes the blinking. Right, less than 2 minutes to go now until we head out for the next race. So like I said, this is a championship. We get points. You get points depending if you're pro or am. So Andy is absolutely scooping up the points here because me, David, and Jack, we're in the pro category. Andy's in the amateur, although he's a very quick driver. His iRating just wasn't high enough. So he's sat in the am category and is going to pick up a couple of wins tonight. But I don't think he cares about just getting the win. I think he really wants to battle us guys in the pros. He's a racer, isn't he? So I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm sure Andy won't just let us drive past him. We'll do what we can to drive past him, of course. I just need to not make mistakes. I mean, at that hairpin there, the one with this the cut through that puts you on a national circuit, that bit there, I made a mistake there, and that's when yeah, I ran a bit wide. Luckily, Andy and David were fighting at the same time. Right, less than a minute to go. Right. So this is a longer race. Hopefully that's going to be more time for me to get past Andy and David. But hey, we'll see what happens. We end up in the gravel, don't we? So I've had a message from one of the drivers that is in this championship saying that they just don't enjoy the track. So that's the reason they've chosen to drop this one. Makes sense. Hey, if you're going to drop one in the season, well, in hindsight, it might have been the wrong one to drop because the grid's so low now, you'd be picking up some great points. But hey, right, let's head to the grid. It says wait to grid day, you can see. So as soon as that says... So I'll put a message. Go on green, guys. We'll see how it goes. So at the moment, me and David Clasper are on track. There is 30 seconds for us to be joined by Jack and Andy. Engine's not on, so Jack's here. As soon as Andy's here, we'll start the warm-up lap, and then it will be a 30-minute race. So we've got to try and not make a mistake. There's Andy for 30 laps.
The air temp is 65 Fahrenheit. P4.
Shuffling in my seat, getting comfy.
We need to follow car number 7 in the left lane.
So we're trying to get some heat into the tyres and brakes while we're going around this warm-up lap. I wonder if Jack's going to hang right back and then try and make his way through the field from far back, but I doubt it. He'll just want to get in the lead and run away, collect his championship points. Oh yes, we've got a bit of a blinking from Andy. Ooh, and then he went into the back of him there. That wouldn't have been good. Right, place your bets now in the comments. Where are we going to finish? Looks like Daniel's not joining us again, so Daniel would have had pole. Of course, him not being on the grid means that Andy's doing the role of pole sitter. Let me know whether you think I'm going to be P1, 2, 3 or 4. I'll see how we do. It really is a lottery. Whenever I'm on track with David Clasper, I just feel like whichever one of us just has a slightly better day is going to get the position, because we do tend to be so close on points. Kitty, that's a bit too vague. Now your colours to a mast. Is it going to be P2, P3, P4? It could be P1. We'll stand behind the 7 here. P2, right, okay, I'll see what I can do.
Alright, Damo, get ready. Go.
Can't make it 3 wide, but I want this inside. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just about an MX-5 whiff there from Andy. We're getting a run here. We're going to have to make him go defensive. Can we do the switchback at the hairpin?
Start's okay. We're still in good shape here.
No, we just couldn't get the front ended. Oh no, we've got Jack. Jack to worry about. You stay there, Jack, for a minute. Right, we want to get past Andy before David drives away from us. Half-hour race, half-hour race. No rush, there's no rush. Oh, Andy. Oh, Andy's made a mistake there, run wide. Right, that's one out of the way. We're running P2. We're running P2. Jack is closer to us behind than we are to David in front. Oh, a bit of a clip of the gravel there from Tyne Hawk. That's going to slow him down. Right, we're in his toe. We're 0.6 behind him here. Monty says P2 as well. Right, if I'm going to finish P2, I think I need to get in front of David. Because I can see Jack coming through at some point. Bit of a slide there from David. He's going to give us a run. He wants that inside. Okay, mate. Oh. We'll pinch him. We'll pinch him as much as we can.
Okay, Damo. Keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. You're in the lead. Your last lap time was at 1:19.8.
Right, let's try and run away. Deep on the brake, so we've got him around the outside there. That's all about the little mistake he made at the final corner. He's gone low. He knows that doesn't work, and he's run wide on the exit. Oh! Cool, we're up on our Delta now, aren't we? That's that toe down the straight and descend at the turn 1 that we made it stick. Just as I think the tyres are right on their prime. Right, 1.4 behind now.
Behind is now 1.4.
Good stuff. Right. Whew. Now, how long can we keep this lead, guys? It's a long race. If only this was the short race. We've still got 25.5 minutes to go. It's going to be about 23 laps. We've only just done lap 3. Right. Knuckle down.
1:19.27.
Oh, spin. Oh, he's held it. No, he hasn't. He has spun behind. That means Jack's up to P2. I could just see in my mirrors. Right, we need Jack to make mistakes now. He's 2.7 behind. What can we do? What can we do against Jack? 2.7. Right, that's the critical number. That's 2.6. Oh, no. No. No, no, no! What? Oh dear! Come out behind Tiny Hawk. Where's Andy? Oh no, we've got a pit for repairs. Oh, it was worth a go, wasn't it? We managed to get a 19.266. But we've got a pit for repairs. Have we got a fast repair? Let's have a look. Try and keep out the way in case he comes past. Yeah, we've got a fast repair, so we'll pop in and get that. Whoa, whoa!
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Whoa! Why's my pit lane speed limit not working?
Need to stop again.
My pit lane speed limit... It's not working, it's not working. Too far forward. Oh, it's going great, isn't it? Why can't we go? Oh, because they're doing a service. No, no. Right, I've made life difficult for myself now. Yeah, I bet he was, Kitty. Oh, I've got to hold for 15 seconds for speeding because of my bloody pit lane speed limiter. It was working in practice. Right, okay, disaster. Let's get back to the pits. We'll do our penalty, not speed this time.
To serve this penalty.
Wow, talk about throwing it away, guys. How about that? Now, it's a long race. Now I do want it to be a long race. Right, let's not begin refueling. Let's check the tyres. They're not ticked. Things you should do at the start of the race. Deselect your auto refuel, guys. Right, we'll come in. Hopefully the car won't crash on the way in this time. But I've got to hold, so it's not just a drive through. It is actually a stop and go. 15 seconds.
Watch your speed. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Too far forward again. Right. Hit service time. Hold for 40 seconds. Why have I got to hold for 40 seconds? It said 15. It now says 40.
Come in to serve this penalty in the next 2 laps.
I'm in. I'm in the pits. What's it doing? It's because it started refueling again. Don't.
The leader has just done a 1:19.65.
Well, we have absolutely thrown this away, guys. Sorry to say, a bit of a disaster. What the hell? I stopped the refueling and it then did it again. So that's why we came in and it wasn't starting to serve the penalty. And I think that's perhaps why it went up from 15 to 40, because I think it thought I hadn't come in for my penalty and put it up to 40. I don't know. All I know is we're well down, but we might as well go out and see how we do. Right, that's not speed.
The pit exit looks clear.
Now, stuff could happen with the other guys, so we may be a lap or 2 down. I think it's 2 laps down, but we'll continue anyway. And we don't give up. Right, so our fastest lap nowadays is a 1:19.266. Maybe we can do something about that. I'm not sure we can, because I think that was done on a lap where we had a tow. A tow down a start-finish straight, wasn't it? At the start of the lap. Nobody said P4, did they? Now, let's still try and get this P2. You never know, guys. You never know. Feels more like a track day at the moment. I've taken my Mazda over to Zandvoort.
P4. Pay attention to track limits, please, Damo.
What are you on about now, Jim? Alright, decent exit there. We're green on the Delta, guys, we're green. But then actually that green, by the looks of it, is against my best lap before this race, which was a 19.7. So we're not going to get below 19.3 here then. If someone had said to me this afternoon that I was going to get a P2 and a P4 tonight, I'd been well happy. Given the circumstances, though, not so great. I suppose it is actually a P2 and a P3 because, of course, Andy isn't technically in my class, so he's in a different category to me. He's in the amateurs, so this is a P2 and a P3.
The leader's just done a 119.47.
Ah! That's what you need to do, guys. If you're heading towards a barrier, if you're understeering, scream, ah! And it will stop you going into the barrier. You won't be going very fast, but at least you're not dead. Right, now technically, my last lap then, what was it I did on the last lap? I can't remember. 19.679. Technically that was quicker than anyone else on track. Keep trying to do those 19s then. And we should be the fastest guy on track. I mean, we're not going to be catching people, really. Because we've still got over a lap to make up on him. Yeah, I had to be slow on the old throttle there. If you're just joining and seeing that Damien's up in P4 thinking, oh, he's doing alright, I'm not. Unfortunately, this wasn't a very popular round of this championship. For the league, the Mazda MX-5 fixed league, and so there's only 4 of us on track. 5 people came into the session, and there's only 4 of us actually running at the moment, and we are P4. A lap down on Andy, who's White Dragon Racing, and he's running in P3. Bit too deep that time. Get a bit greedy with a braking point. I say there's still half an hour of this race to go. You never know what's going to happen. I'll have to investigate at some point why my pit lane speed limiter wasn't working. I'm sure that it was available and it was working in practice. Maybe I made that up. But this is now lap 10. Yeah, I think that initial first few laps out of the pits are your quickest, aren't they, on the tyres? What was that? 120.4. Now I really want to be on the 19s, really.
Just done a 119.33.
Now that hasn't gone purple, so either he's got the purple lap quicker than that, or the 19.2 I did earlier in the race is still purple. I'm not sure. This should be a 19. What's that? 19.8, okay. Trying to limit the slide in there as we're chasing this delta every lap now. Run a bit wide there, but we can make it up here. See if we can get green by the hairpin again. Not going to quite be there, I don't think. Woo! Oh, get in. There's only 12 minutes left of this race. I need a lot to happen to the other guys in that 12 minutes. And I need to stop making mistakes like that. So Andy is 1 lap and 20 seconds ahead of me. Let's see if I can get that down to being on the same lap as Andy.
That was a 120.63.
So he's 1 lap and 20 seconds now. Let's see what it is at the end of this lap. Ooh, a bit deep there. Ah! Oh, so much understeer. So much understeer. I think I've burnt through these tyres already, guys. When you think about that 15-minute race we just did, and I felt towards the end my tyres had gone. But hey, same for everyone, innit? But Andy's managed to pull away even further that lap. Just bear in mind, we're not going to have the front grip that we want around that hairpin. The strength of field 2.8k. Very high tonight, but slightly warped by just the sheer wow, the few people that are here. Oh, we did actually make up a 1/10 of a second on Andy on that lap, despite messing up the hairpin. That's better. I'll give us an off track though. Cheating my way. Ooh. Sliding the car nicely into that. Whatever you call that. Chicane, hairpin. Combination of both, that one, isn't it? But if you just joined us, this is the second race of 2 tonight. Unfortunately, a lot of people in this league have decided this is the round that they want to skip. Because you get to drop a round.
0.5 off the pace.
So despite the championship having almost 20 drivers in it, only 5 of us turned up tonight, and then Dan decided not to put a lap in. There's just been 4 of us on track, and as you'll see, I'm running P4 in this race. So at the start of the race, we managed to get ourselves into the lead. But then I made a mistake, damaged the car, had to come in for repairs, sped into pit lane, accidentally ticked refueling, so when I then came in for my penalty, it didn't register that I'd come in for my penalty. It gave me a longer penalty. Yeah, we found ourselves a lap down on the pack. Trying not to be 2 laps down, so if Jack Veazey passes us, we will be 2 laps down. David's sort of keeping him honest though. I mean, he's looking at the relative. It was about, you know, about 15 seconds down on him. One mistake from Jack and David's got the win here. But then Jack doesn't really make mistakes, does he? If nothing else, this has been a workout for me. MX-5s are always great fun if you want to have a physical race. Take a lot of effort. They're always dancing about. Have to hustle around the corners. I came into this with no practice, and so I'm surprised about how few mistakes I've made, to be honest. With the one big exception, like I say, when we were leading, just made a mistake coming out of a corner.
You've just done a 120.50.
Unfortunately, I've denied myself and you guys a very intense race with Jack, as we've sort of been matching each other on lap time. I'm not sure if he's beaten my best lap yet, but at that point I was 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds ahead of him, something like that. 2.5, I think. So I reckon he would definitely have caught me. What was that? Oh, 20.5.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
I'm sure David and Andy are going to have fun watching this back from my point of view to see what happened to me. I see the catalogue of disasters, which meant I'm running so far behind. Oh, nearly made that same mistake again. Yeah, that's right, Kitty. I think for once in this championship, the stewards aren't going to have to worry about people putting in any reports. We're just bringing it home now. I'm tempted to put myself out of my misery and let Jack catch up to 25 seconds. Go another lap ahead of us. So we're too far back, guys. Realistically, to do anything with just 3 minutes to go. So I'm just going to cruise around, let Jack make up another lap on us. And that would mean we won't have to complete one more lap than we need to. We'll bring it home nicely in P4, which is P3 in the pros. Shows it's worth turning up, much like the Long Beach race we did at the weekend. You know, me and Dan, we struggled for pace, but ended up getting half a point out of it just by finishing the race. And what a race that was. Like no other race I've ever done. Really strange with the safety car procedure on a track that cannot handle 60 odd cars, and with 60 odd cars in it, meant the safety car periods were not only frequent, but they then took an age to sort out in terms of shuffling people back into position, into their classes, multi-class race. But hey, we needed doing as part of the championship, so me and Dan did it for the team, got half a point out of it. That was carnage at the weekend, indeed, Kitty. Yeah, it was strange. You know, during the safety car times, we were just literally just sat on track for 20 seconds without moving while we were waiting for the carnage in front to clear. Really weird, and I think the race organisers had a bit of a go at the people that were causing the carnage, and saying that the racecraft, the standards of driving was not up to standard. And there was a lot of that. I mean, a lot of time we saw some silly things happen in front of us. We had to take avoiding action. And of course, we got walloped by the race leader as he came past, trying to find a gap that wasn't there as Dan was just driving along the start-finish. Say straight, it was a slight curve, and Dan was just taking a normal line, and a car appeared and sent him flying. Quite frustrating. We did report that to the stewards, never heard anything from it. That was the leader of the race. But yeah, hopefully the next race in that championship will be a bit better. Right, so just 10 seconds back to Jack now. I think he's going to get white flag on this lap. So we'll let him pass, and then that'll be white flag for us as well.
Blue flag.
There we go. So that's our white flag now. If we'd have stayed in front of him, this wouldn't be white flag. So we'll just follow him round. Take the P4. Pick up the points. The points I don't think were updated from the last race yet, so we don't know where we are in the championship really after Lime Rock. The points after Alton Park were published, but then there was a steward's inquiry at Lime Rock which took quite a while to sort out. And so I don't think the championship positions after Lime Rock were updated. So hopefully that'll be done fairly soon. There's not a lot for the stewards to look at for this one. And then in 2 weeks' time will be the next round of the championship, which should be a lot fuller. If everyone skipped this round, then that means they'll be back for the next one, which will be at a free track. I can't remember exactly where it is. But yeah, it'll be at a free track next time. So we'll take the checkered flag here now. Take P4, P3 in class. And take the points, and we'll bring it home. We'll have a quick look at the incident that caused us our woes.
Never mind.
Jim's not happy, but hey, technically it's a podium in our class. Yeah, Jack's parked up. We might as well do the same. Get out of the car and have a quick look at that incident. So, I don't think it's going to be too hard to figure out what lap it was on. We go to Damien Cross, laps. It would have been that one, wouldn't it? Oh, that's practice. What am I doing? Heat. Feature. That's the one. So it would have been this lap. Skip to that. So, guys, this is what happened. Coming out of here, I'll rewind it a bit. If you haven't seen. This is why we stuffed up. That's all fine. A little bit wide there, but that's okay. Just keep it nice. But then I've understeered there, and rather than getting off the throttle early enough, wandered into the barrier. Boom. Luckily, Jack managed to miss me. I mean, I was slightly. I could have been a bit further on the brakes there. To be fair, he did well to miss me there. This is what it looked like from the TV camera. So you see I'm in the lead at this point. Jack's behind me, about 2.5 seconds. Get rid of that. Came in here slightly hot, but it's not the end of the world. That gravel can actually help slow you down. But then I understeer there, went off track. There, boom. And I bounced across the track. Yep, I wasn't on the brake, so I could have been on the brake and made life a bit easier for him. Tried to get out of the way of David, spun the car around. And that should have been the end of it. That should have been just come into the pits with my damaged car, take my fast repair. But without realising, my pit lane speed limiter wasn't working. So as I came in, I then sped into pits. Which was frustrating. Yeah, Andy, you say good racing. Mate, I messed that right up on the second one. But hey, never mind. I don't know if you managed to follow what the hell was going on, but I had myself a crash, and then I messed up the pit stops and the penalty. I got a pit lane speeding penalty, then I got another one. Or I accidentally took fuel. Yeah, it was insane. But no, it's good to get the we got a 119.267 there, which was nice. What did the other guys get? Andy got a 20.5. 119.8 for David, and the 329. So I think we got a fastest lap of the race at 267, 119.267. Yeah, right, unlucky. Yeah, it was quite good when I was like, let's say, I was about 2.5 seconds ahead of Jack at this point in the race, and we see there that I managed to get fastest lap of the race. So I think I might have been able to hold him off for the half an hour. I mean, it's unlikely, but yeah, there you go. That's what happened to me, mate. Jack did so well there. So well to miss me. But hey, that's it. We'll have a quick look at the results. Hopefully the results will be in. I will quit that and I will save the replay. Just in case there are any stewards inquiries and we need to have a look at that. So I'll skip that. And we'll have a look when it comes back on. At the results. So I don't think it's going to be too long before they actually turn up. Where are you? Where are you? Results ready for the hosted event. Okay, let's have a look here then. So there we go. Strength field 28.37. I think it was technically slightly harder than that. Dan was in here. And I know he's got a good I rating. I think it's about 2.6k at the moment. So I think Dan would have dragged it down slightly. Perhaps with just us four, it would have been closer to 2.9. But yeah. So that's how it ended. So I did get the fastest lap in that second race. Finished P4, but Andy, like I say, is in the AM category, so that would have been a P3 for that one. And if we skip to the Heat 1, we managed to get P2 in that. But a 19.0 from Jack. So it would definitely have beaten my 19.2 and probably would have caught me in that race as well. But hey, that's it for this fortnight. Thank you for everyone who's come along. It was a bit of a flat one. I have to admit, it was a shame that not many people turned up, but that just gives me hope for the next one, because if anyone's going to be skipping around and they choose to skip Zandvoort, that means they're probably likely to be in the next one. Now, I'm going to find out when the next one is for you. So we know when it is, because it's every 2 weeks. So it's going to be 2 weeks on Monday. The race schedule is Okayama. Full circuit at Okayama. Oh, wow. No, the reason I'm laughing and finding that very interesting, a lot of you will already know this, is, of course, I raced baseline setup Mazda at Okayama recently in the LDFR and La Broca community race. So, yeah, if I just switch scenes here for you, 1 second. Hello. Yeah, so I've already done that combo. Did okay. Now, Jack Veazey wasn't in that. We had Alex K on, and Alex is a 6.5k driver or something like that. So slightly higher I rating than Jack. However, Jack races MX-5s. Alex doesn't. So although we managed to beat Alex, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but yeah, we managed to beat Alex in those two races. So it's a combo that I do quite like. I think Jack Veazey is a different proposition. But yeah, that's enough from me. It's coming up to 9 o'clock now, and I think that's a good way to call it a night. But thanks everyone for watching along. Whether you're watching back, watching it live, thank you so much. I'd love it if you could give this video a like if you haven't done already, because I know it was tricky there to kind of pick up some points and to give you guys a good race. But I think we did what we could. But thank you for watching along. I'll try and get a video out this week. I'm not sure what I'm going to be racing, but maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Keep an eye out for that. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. And when you subscribe, go to your notification settings. You'll see a bell in there. You can set that to say all, and that'll tell you when I go live or put a new video up. But yeah, thanks for watching along. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, White Dragon. See you soon, everybody. Take care. Have a great week or weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.